What is up guys? In this video I'm gonna show you why I love to add field recordings and textures in my house music tracks. They are really great at adding uniqueness and character to your tracks, and I'm gonna show you how you can do this in this video. Let's go! Okay, so the main reason why I love to use field recordings and textures in my tracks is that they just add something that you cannot do with soft synths. And it's some unwanted stuff. It's something that's a little bit random, and it's also, of course, something from nature. And it could be something like from a beach, or birds in a park, or eating at a restaurant. Like all those small vibes can really add something to your tracks. So I'm gonna show you how I do this in this video. So I have this small beat idea that I'm gonna use in this tutorial. So it sounds like this. Pretty vibey. So for this tutorial, I'm gonna use my own field recording sample pack from the Canary Islands, and it's called LÄMMERFYRs Canary Islands Ambiences, and it's just a collection of stuff that I recorded while being on vacation. So I'm just gonna add stuff, and then you can follow along in this video how my process is. So I just love this one where I was eating at a restaurant. I'm just gonna reduce the volume because I don't want it to be overpowering the rest of the elements in the track. It's just gonna be something in the background that you can hear. So already by now, if I just play this intro here, having this field recording texture in the background adds something pretty cool. I'm gonna mute it. I'll add it again. So it's just adding a little bit extra character to the track, and it's also adding a little bit of frequencies that the other sounds are not producing. So I'm just gonna cut this up here and just loop it, and go into sample and set at the declicking mode. Then I want to add this to a mixer track because it's adding a little bit of low-end rumbling, and it's not supposed to be messing with the bass, so we're just gonna remove that. So adding like a fruity parametric filter and set a high pass filter, and you can actually remove a lot because it's more like that high and mid range that I want to have. And what you can actually do with these field recordings is to add a little bit extra movement. And you can use a plugin called Shaperbox, and you can add a panning component. And they have like a lot of cool presets down here, like patterns, rhythmic patterns. And I like to use something like this, like a little bit of a weird shape. Put the mix to around 40%. And then I actually like to put this into unsync mode, so it's just moving freely. And right now, the field recording is moving from left to right. So if you're on headphones, you can hear that it's traveling from left to right now. It sounds amazing. And then we can actually also use a little bit of sidechaining. Just a little bit. So it's docking accordingly to the pulse of the track. Okay, pretty cool. Then I think I want to add something more. So let's just go through the sample pack. Like, I think those waves here could be really great in the beginning of the track. So I'm just gonna, this is like the drop here, so I'm just gonna cut this away here because I don't want it to be playable there. And set the generic mode. And this one, I also want to add this to the same mixer track as the restaurant texture field recording. Now I'm just trying to blend these two together. PC is struggling a little bit, but hopefully it's not going too crazy in this tutorial. Okay, I need to tell you something. Did you know that you can download my full FL Studio projects? On scrapsaudio.com you can get my full project files and see all of my production techniques inside. Here you'll get access to all samples and presets used in the project. This is a huge game changer for beginners or advanced producers that want to improve their skills. So go check out my Scraps audio profile via the link in the description down below. Okay, that's it. Let's get back into the video. Right now you should be able to hear that it's adding a lot of awesome stuff. So I'm just gonna play this without the texture. So it's just adding something that is really hard to describe, but it kind of adds some warmth to the tracks. So I think I'm gonna add something more, and I actually have another field recording sample pack called Copenhagen Ambiences, and that's field recordings done in Copenhagen. I was on like a holiday trip there, and I think there is something. Yeah, I think like this walk in the park here is pretty dope. So because it kind of sounds like a shaker, I'm just gonna loop, put it to generic mode so it's fading out, and basically just using this throughout the whole track. And then I'm gonna assign this to another mixer track, put down the volume, and also using Shaperbox for sidechaining, but this is gonna be on really heavy sidechaining. Also using the panning component to pan it out. And then I'm gonna have this on sync mode, so I'm panning put to around 40%. Then we could actually add a little bit of delay. So I'm using the edge delay from Waves, put the low pass and high pass up here, and drive it down a little bit. And then we're gonna add filter just to remove any low end noises, and also the high ends, like it's gonna be a little bit more lo-fi. So let's have a listen to what it adds. Just adding a little bit like crackling noise in the background, but it just gives it some really cool vibes that I just love. Like if we just remove everything, like you can really hear it, like it's missing something. This is so cool, and it's just a matter of trying to put in stuff and just mix it at a relatively low volume, remove some of the low end with an EQ, and just try to blend it in, and it can add some really awesome results. And I really encourage you to try this out yourself. Okay guys, that's it for this video. I really hope it showed you the benefits of using field recordings and textures in your tracks. If you like this video, it means so much to me if you will smash that like button or even subscribe to the channel. If you're looking for some sound inspiration or those field recording sample packs that I mentioned, you can go to my web shop and check them out. The link is in the description down below. So I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.